Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today I am once again building a Christmas themed build. It's only a couple of days away and I'm getting really excited. However, this week has been ridiculously busy with band concert at school and grades and finals to give and a number of other house duties that I need to perform at home to get ready for family to come. I am very strapped for time. We're talking maybe 2 or 3 hours to build this entire thing from start to finish, including paint. It's gonna be tight. So I have decided that I'm going to make another cutout like I did last year of Cindy Lou Who. Keeping with the How the Grinch Stole Christmas theme, I thought I would make Max from the series or story. And as I was looking at the different versions of Max, I really liked the book version. The Cindy Lou Who that I did, I believe, was the cartoon movie version. And so it's gonna be a mix match of Seuss's, but we can do whatever I want because I'm building it for myself. So today we are going to make a Max cutout for holiday decorations out of foam. Let's get to building. Initially, I had thought about making this a 1-hour speed build, which could have been doable if I decoupaged the image, but I wanted to paint it by hand instead, and I needed an extra little bit of time. Altogether, it only took me a little over 2 hours from start to finish. With Cindy Lou Who as my reference for size, I made this Max just a little bit shorter, standing at around 15 inches tall. I found an image online of him that I liked, printed it out to the height I wanted, taped it together, and then cut out my template. There are far better foams out there, and I have a closet full of HD foam from SKS Props that I could be using, but instead I wanted to show you that it's perfectly okay to use that cheaper Harbor Freight floor mat foam for builds like this if that's all you have access to. This could also be done out of cardboard, foam board, or even wood if that tickles your fancy. Since I was limiting myself to this lower quality foam, I decided to make it out of just one sheet. So a pack of 4 or 8 really could decorate an entire living room with possibilities. Another downside to the floor mat foam that I'm using is that there's texture on the back. I sand it down a little bit to get a better adhesion, mainly focusing on the edges where the gaps would be more visible. Because this foam is not very dense, I need to add support wires. My typical wire of choice for most of the support works in the props is labeled as fencing wire at my local hardware store. It has this plastic coating on it that I have to cut off so that the foam makes a direct contact with the metal. Normally I would carve a channel so that it sits flush, but with this texture still on there and the fact that the foam is extremely soft, I don't think that you're going to see a raised area really that much in the end result. I bend it to travel in the center of my build and super glue it partially into place to hold it at least as long as I need it to for contact cement to be added. Instead of cutting out both parts then trying to line them up, I glued one cutout to the other uncut out side and cut it with the blade resting on the side as a guide in hopes that it would limit the amount of cleanup I had to do later. Normally, I would not rush the setup of contact cement or paint and just let it set up in its own time, but like I said in the intro, I am very strapped for time and I need to get this build done quickly. I smash bits together, trim out the bottom, and then sand the edges with a rotary tool. Make sure to wear a respirator and work in a well-ventilated area while sanding EVA foam. You don't want to breathe in the dust particles. The base is made in a similar fashion to the Max cutout, except I don't need a support wire. I cut out a 12-inch by 12-inch square and then cut that in half, then glue those pieces together to make the platform he stands on. In total, at the end of this clip, it's taken me roughly 34 minutes to build this prop. I hit it with one coat of Plasti Dip as it's cold outside, and I'm gonna add a couple of layers of acrylic. If you are uncomfortable with freehanding an image, you could always trace the reference onto your cutout with trace paper, cut out bits to manually trace borders, use a projector, or even decoupage it directly onto the foam. This would have easily made my build under an hour, but I like the look and love an excuse to practice my painting skills, even if it's a simple item. I mix up a little brown with some white to get it closer to my reference image color, then I start blocking out the basic colors. It took 2 coats of these acrylic paints to get full coverage, and I used a heat gun on a low setting to speed up the process. This overall took about an hour to do. With the base color down, now I need to put line work on my Max. Dr. Seuss's drawing style looks very quick and deliberately done, with cross-hatching as the shading. I love this rough sketch look, and I'm gonna do my best to replicate it with these Posca acrylic paint pens. You could do it with Sharpie, but it often leaves a little metallic-y sheen to it that I'm not a huge fan of. This only took me a couple of minutes to knock out, and luckily I didn't mess up with my freehanding of the picture. I think I got fairly close to my source material. I ended up supergluing Max to the base because I wanted to add one last touch to this adorably good boy, giving him some Christmas lights wrapped around him. My Cindy has an ornament in her hand and I thought it would look like they were helping decorate the Christmas tree. I loosely wrap a cheap set of LED lights that my wife so kindly went and purchased while I was building this video. She said she needed to go buy the last minute presents, but I know that she made this trip specially for me just so I could have these lights. She's truly the best partner a crazy prop maker could ask for, and I am overwhelmingly humbled that she picked me. And with that, my build is done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you all a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate as this year comes to a close. Be safe, enjoy the family time, and I'll see you next week. And we are finished. Here is the end result. This is Max. He is pretty adorable. I like the way that Dr. Seuss does like the cross hatching on the book version, and I just thought it looked a little bit more detailed than the cartoon version. And yeah, not too terribly difficult to do, and something you could easily knock out for any holiday, really. Just changing the cutout or the trace or whatever that you're going to put on there and going with it. Maybe we'll try and make something like this yourselves and impress your friends with your ability to pull something from a childhood book and commemorate it on your floor next to your presents for all to see and gaze in wonder. Yeah. Maybe you'll get some.
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these, tell them, much props. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Time to go open some presents. Peace out. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and want to see more builds like this one, please consider joining these awesome people listed here with me over on my Patreon to build a bigger, better, more creative community together.